Hello and welcome to Pursuit of Perfect System. In this video, I'm concluding the review for the Leema Acoustics Elements integrated amplifier, which I have affectionately nicknamed Mighty Mouse. To explain the reason for the name, well, in a way, it's pretty obvious. A lot of might in a very small package. But before we dive into the review, I just want to make you aware there's already a full detailed written review on our website, which I'll put a link up there. Make sure you go and see that for more details about the Leema. Leema Acoustics are a Welsh-based company that were established in 1998 by two ex-BBC engineers. They have three main lines of electronics. They also manufacture speakers and a range of cables. From the three different lines, the Elements range are actually the company's entry-level products, and within the Elements range there is a full range of a CD player, a DAC, a phono stage, obviously the integrated amplifier, a preamp power combination, something for everybody. This is my first experience of spending any real time with a Leema Acoustics products, and when they told me they was going to send me something from the Elements range, initially I was a little bit disappointed, but all I can say is now is I'm really glad that they sent this to me. So let's start by talking about the unboxing experience, because the foam packaging that it comes in has integrated handles, which is just an absolutely fantastic idea. The visual styling of the Elements integrated amplifier is quite understated. I like how the silver front fascia contrasts with the black main body, and really the look is set off with the blue display with the white writing. In isolation, the look probably is a little bit dated, but put the products on a HiFi rack and it looks absolutely fantastic. So let's talk about the product interaction. The included remote control is very plasticky, but in practice it works absolutely perfectly and is more than adequate at the price point. The volume dial on the front has a nice resistance to its movement. If we go into the amplifier's menu system, there's quite a lot of options in there for a small amount of welcome customization. There is a reassuring clunk when you turn the amplifier on and off, and overall the build quality is first class. The display on the front is very slimline, which could make it difficult to read at a distance. I think that's just something to bear in mind. On the rear of the amplifier we have lots of different analog and digital inputs. Yes, that's right, the Leema Elements integrated has an integrated DAC within it. For the DAC there's multiple optical inputs, there's an SP-Diff input and an asynchronous USB input. For analog there's multiple single-ended inputs and a balanced input. Interestingly, you can assign one of the analog inputs to home theatre bypass, which is a really nice touch, and I'm really glad they've included that option. There's also the connections for the Leema LIPS system, which is how you link different Leema products together so that they can all be controlled from one remote control. Something of note on the rear of the amplifier, if you can see here, Leema have chosen a slightly unusual style of speaker terminals. Instead of the usual screw type, we've got these banana plug inserts. So bear that in mind, you will need speaker cables that have got banana plug connections. Just quickly looking at the specs, the Leema Elements amplifier weighs 11 kilograms. It's quite clearly a half width chassis, and you can actually put it in your arms and cradle it like a baby, which is something after listening to it for a while you might want to do. The Leema Elements has 56 watts of power at 8 ohms, 110 watts of power at 4 ohms, and is capable of 160 watts of power at 2 ohms. Now this is the kicker for a lot of people. This is a Class D amplifier. But before you make any rash judgments, trust me, this does not sound anything like your stereotypical Class D amplifier. To that extent, I actually contacted Leema and said, how have you guys done this? How have you engineered such a great sounding Class D amplifier? And they gave me a whole list of reasons for it, which are actually fully detailed as part of the written review on the website. So rather than me just regurgitate all that same information, go and visit the website, go and read the full review for the Leema, and all those details are included. The internal DAC for the Leema will support files up to 192 kilohertz at 24-bit. It's really very obvious why the Leema got the part of the nickname of Mouse, but Mighty? Really? Mighty? Oh yes, and no one was more surprised than I was. This amplifier's got a lot more power than what the numbers on the spec sheet might suggest. All you need to do is turn it up, go and look at your speaker's drivers, see how much they're moving with just how much control, and you'll understand where Mighty Mouse came from and why it's stuck. You can turn the Leema Elements amplifier up and up and up, and it just maintains that control and maintains that composure, and you don't seem to have the volume ceiling like other amplifiers where you hit a ceiling level. If any increased volume seems to degrade the sound, it just doesn't seem to be that ceiling with the Leema Elements. Feed the Leema with a good analog signal, even a high voltage one like the 6-volt output you get from the Chord Electronics Dave across its balanced connections, and then you'll really know where the mighty part of its nickname comes from, because of the control the Leema has over the speaker's drivers, and you can just hear that, and what that gives you is a lovely controlled, detailed but energetic sonic presentation that's just a joy to listen to. Very difficult to fault and very easy to love. Switching over to using the Leema's internal DAC does change things. The sound from the internal DAC is relaxed, it's refined, it's smooth and it's sweet. But by comparison to the DACs from Chord, the Acoustics and the Dave, for example, it does play it rather safe, especially in the low end. However, if you married this product up with some bass heavy speakers, or if you actually have quite a bass heavy room, then it could be a fantastic product for you. It's still a very enjoyable presentation. There's one more thing to talk about, and that is the headphone amplifier, and in a way I'd like to just skirt over the top of it because unfortunately it's really not very good. It really does fall short of the amplifier in the main part of the product, but I don't really see that as too big a negative, because I don't think someone's going to buy this product because it's got a headphone amplifier in it. So moving on to my final thoughts. I am full of admiration for the Mighty Mouse, the Leema Acoustics Elements integrated amplifier. What a little stunner of an amplifier, and a cracking overall package that sounds absolutely fantastic, and it's a real joy to use, a real joy to interact with, and obviously more importantly a real joy to listen to. At the current retail price of just under £1,700, it's not cheap, but it's really not expensive for the quality of what you get here. Not to mention how flexible it is. It's a small, half width chassis that generates no heat, so it's really flexible in where you can place it. It can be used in a desktop type environment. It'll be a wonderful product if you live in a flat or an apartment. You want a powerful sound, but not one that's going to upset all your neighbours. It's absolutely perfect for that, but then it can also scale up. For a first taste of what Leema Acoustics are all about, I'm now buzzing and really excited to try some of the bigger brother products. Actually, whereabouts is that Tucana anniversary? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you've enjoyed the review series for the Leema Acoustics Elements Integrated Amplifier. Don't forget, this review has been tied in several other reviews which are running all at the same time. That's included the Bowers & Wilkins 603 speakers and the Monitor Audio PL100 speakers, so there'll be reviews for all those products in our YouTube channel, not to mention full details on our website. While we're on that point, don't forget, go and visit the website and go and visit it regularly, because there's always news, reviews and articles going on there. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you click the notification bell so that you get a little nudge every time I create a new video. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and I hope you enjoy what we're doing, and I'll make sure I'll see you guys soon. Take care.